But as you know, there is a whole world of unseen realities out there that affects us every day. Everything from intention and vibes to Wi-Fi even. All the things that we can't see with our eyes. But if we develop our sensitivity enough, these are all things that can be felt, that we can be aware of, and that most definitely are influencing us. So with the basis of that theme, we are going to spend some time today talking about intuition, frequency, and dreams as well. We have invited author Penney Peirce to the program to talk about her work or research into these subjects. She is the author of The Intuitive Way and Frequency, the Power of Personal Vibration. We first came across her new book, Frequency, by simply searching for that keyword. It can relate to many different things, both physical and spiritual, but also technological and organic. We've been interested in things like the Schumann resonance, for instance, the Earth's electromagnetic field spectrum, what some people like to call the heartbeat of the Earth. Is it increasing? Is it not? Is this affecting us? Is it related in any way to our own personal sensitivity about the unseen and our own personal frequency? Are things really changing from the point of view of frequency as well? We hear terms like higher vibrations often in connection to the new age. How can we get in touch with our own intuition? These are some of the things that we'll get into here today with our guest. But please check out some of Penny's websites as well to find out more about her and her material. pennypeirce.com, intuitnow.com, and thefrequencybook.com. So with that, welcome to Red Ice Radio, Penney Peirce. It's good to have you with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. I do want to begin with kind of a interesting passage that you have on your website, pennypeirce.com, and ask you a little bit about that. You state that we are leaving the information age and entering the intuition age. That means our perception is shifting and the rules of the way life functions are changing. It is only by becoming skillful with intuition and mastering the art of working with the frequency principles that govern energy and awareness that you'll be truly successful in our lightning fast new world. And I don't think too many people, at least in the Western world, would say that things are slowing down at this point. And I'd like to ask you why you think that these changes are taking place. Do you think it's because of the human world and our speed, or is it something outside of our world that governs these changes?
Well, it's a long answer to that, but let's take the first piece of it anyway, because I think that there is something beyond our known world. It may be a cosmic event or something from the universe that is sending waves of energy toward us and causing our planet and us to increase in, vibratory rate. I don't know the actual cause. I've had several dreams about it, and in my dreams, it's been about some sort of cosmic event. It's sort of like rotations of planets or waves of things changing and flowing this way in toward us. Mm-hmm. I don't know whether it's the sunspot activity or what, but nevertheless, I feel that the whole planet's vibration is increasing. And since we are here in bodies, and bodies are made out of physical matter, we're part of the planet. And we're not separate at all from the process that's going on the planet. So everything is increasing its frequency, its rate of vibration. The Schumann resonance you mentioned, they are measuring it. It is increasing. Mm-hmm. And plus, ask anybody, it's like everything is going faster and faster and faster, and yes, we're doing more things at the same time, and, it's getting very dizzying,
So would you say then that the speed, that the increase of speed that is happening in human society is because of these, the deeper change that is taking place from outside of our world, so to speak, then?
Yes, I do think so, but I don't really think it's outside of us, actually, because the raising of the vibration is also raising our consciousness, which is allowing us to understand that everything is unified. Mm-hmm. We're all part of everything. So who started it, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it outside of us, or are we doing it, or what? I had a dream once where I saw billions of higher beings, and they looked like little balls of clear light, coming around the Earth, gathering as though to watch some event that was going to happen because it was going to be so interesting, and getting ready for this. And in my dream, it was called The Gathering. And but the interesting thing was that the effect of so many of these high-level beings coming just to be present with the Earth was also tending to raise the vibration of the Earth. It acted like a bit of an aura around the planet, which affected us telepathically. Like we here in the bodies started to feel those beings who were not in the body, and were stretching up in vibration to try to connect with them or talk to them, And they were kind of dropping down in vibration a little to resonate with us. And then that seemed to be affecting the process on the planet, that it was actually accelerating it. So it may be a phenomenon that's partly caused by consciousness,
mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, if the frequency increases, that means the vibration of our bodies increase, and the vibration of our emotions increase, and the vibration of our mental processes increase, so that we get closer and closer to the vibration of our spiritual truth, or our souls, or our, the divine, or whatever you like to call that. Mm-hmm. So that it gives us the illusion that the spiritual realm is bleeding through into the physical realm, or that, and the early signs of that certainly were lots of UFO memories and sightings and interest in all of that, and angels, and all of those higher phenomena where we started getting very, very curious about this unknown. And like you said, the unseen realities are
yes,
actually affecting us now.
Do you think that it's a blending or merger of these planes taking place in that sense? Because I'm also thinking about the idea that we are, how should I put this? We're kind of in a situation as well where we feel that it can be easily maybe mistaken for stress as well in our society, as things are speeding up, and in that sense, that's another version of the higher vibrations that people might be feeling. But that's
Yes.
like the false version of that, if you know what I mean, right?
It is. It's. I have a whole process in my book. Let me see if I can explain this train of logic. That as the frequency in the physical body increases and the planet increases, that causes the body to vibrate at a higher level that is faster than the old subconscious mind. And in the subconscious mind, I always think of the place where we sort of suppress all our fears.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to look at it. It's the place of denial. And it's a low vibration. Fear is a very low vibration compared with joy or enthusiasm or love. But that level of vibration is being surpassed now, so that it's almost like we don't have a place to hide. All of that negative stuff can't stay suppressed any longer. And that the higher vibration, it's like heat with popcorn. It starts popping.
Yes.
And all those things start coming up to the surface into, of course, the conscious mind, which is daily reality or current events. And suddenly we see all this stuff that used to be able to be suppressed and hidden, like sexual abuse and scandals in politics
Yes.
and, all the ugly stuff.
And that's
the
coming
reality TV.
and that's coming to the surface as well. The consequence of this
Yes.
might be that in the beginning as well, it's not going to look that pretty, perhaps,
No, exactly right. And that's where the whole level of stress comes in, because and that's what I'm saying. In the book, I have a 9-step outline of the process of transformation, and each of these stages, and I can go through them if you want me to, has a kind of a logic to it, and how the clearing process occurs. And of course, the first level is that when the negative stuff pops to the surface, and we don't really want to see it, unconsciously we're trying to ignore it or suppress it or run away from it or use fight or flight methods to handle it, and we get crazy. And you're seeing it now. I mean, conflict increases, hatred increases, survival stuff comes up. People think they're going to die. All kinds of drama and emotional things are flying all over the place. It's very confusing, and it's real easy to have that drama make you get more stressed. So what I'm trying to outline in frequency is this process of how to get through it easily, with the least amount of distortion, so that you can come right out the other side of the tunnel and be in the high frequency without any interruption.
Would you say that this is part of, I don't know if you take that point of view or not, but evolution, I guess, is a term that we could both understand in terms of development or progress, or the plan on how, how we develop? Is this the next step, so to speak, in the evolutionary path?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely true. And, I think that we have involution, where we come into the world and into down in vibration into form, and then we have evolution, where we go back into spirit, and then we come back into form and out of spirit. It's the rocking back and forth, and there are little mini evolutions and involutions every moment, where particles come out of, the wave state into particle form and then back into waves.
Mm-hmm.
It's constantly happening.
Yes.
But we, as human beings, are evolving over the kind of long term to remember ourselves as spiritual beings. And remember, in other words, I think it's like we're trying to bring the spiritual state into the physical plane now.
A merging of these two. We've been disconnected in a way from that reality for a long time.
Huge gap between that, and we've forgotten it. But now, because the energies are increasing, that gap is blurring. It's dissolving. And part of that, we can get into this more if you want to, is about our perception of time.
Oh, I mean,
because
this plays obviously into the whole thing here as well, because it feels like it's not enough time anymore in that sense. I mean,
That's right.
Older people talk about the fact that they have a sense of time speeding up, but this seems to fall down even into younger people now, where they feel a stress over the fact that there isn't enough time during the day. I certainly feel this myself anyway.
Yes, and part of that is that the higher frequency of the physical world and the emotional world and the mental world is causing us to live more and more in the present moment. But more things are coming into the present moment. It doesn't take as long for things to go from thought to physical manifestation, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
You think it, and then it happens to you practically right away. You gossip about somebody, and it gets back to you right away, positive things and negative things. And so my perception is that the present moment is expanding to include the past and the future and other dimensions. So we're sitting here in the middle of a big ball, and that's our moment. That's